Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at all of the brand new Wild West cards here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, going over each one and talking about which ones are worth picking up and which ones you should stay away from. I am going to give y'all a little spoiler alert to start off this video. I already recorded this entire video. I am re-recording it because I had audio issues, but having already recorded this video and looked at all these cards, I can pretty much tell you that none of the cards that are not pack only, the opals and up, are particularly exciting from today's drop. I'm just going to be completely honest. Like, Marcus Smart is a pretty decent budget point guard. Outside of that, none of these cards excite me very much whatsoever, except for the opals, and the opals are pack only. So as somebody who is not a proponent of gambling and who's not going to support that on my channel, this drop is, in my opinion, another atrocity, just like last week's, and I cannot stand it whatsoever. I do not like this, and I will be not opening packs this week, or anything along those lines. I will not be promoting any of that on my channel. So just want to preface by saying that. But we are going to go over each of these cards still. And before we hop in, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 20,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Leonard Miller is the first card we're going to look at 6'10" at small forward. He is the best of the budget amethysts for sure. Has Hoff Posterizer, Blow By, and Off-Ball Pest. Actually very complete badges all the way around. He's missing Limitless. He's missing a bailout, but that's really about it. Bailout, Break Starter, and Limitless, and he's pretty much got close to everything else. Brick Wall, I guess, would be nice. He doesn't have a movable enforcer, but in general, he's a really nice looking card. Stats aren't unbelievable, but they're well rounded. He's got a very good release. Rui Hachimura's base is good. This is the best of the budget amethysts by far. The other two honestly aren't really all that worth looking at. Even Jose Alvarado, no offense, but a 6-foot point guard who doesn't even have Hoff clamps, can't dunk the ball. Not gonna do it. I'm not even gonna waste my time. Terry Cummings, this card could be okay, but he's got a weird release, and he also has really low steal and block rating. That's not great. Badges, especially playmaking and shooting wise, not quite as complete as you'd like as well. I think that card's also just not that great. Honestly, not excited by any of these amethysts. Marcus Camby. The thing about this card is he would be really good if he had a good release, but his release is awful. This Jalen Smith base, Patrick Ewing upper, is like absolutely hideous. It's the exact same release that his Sapphire had, and it was like the ugliest release in the game on his Sapphire. So I know the release is bad, therefore that kind of holds this card back. He does have very good speed. He's super athletic, really versatile defender. I don't care about the low perimeter rating because I don't think that matters much. So this card will be really good with the exception of the really bad release, but I do think the really bad release kind of ruins this Marcus Camby card as well. The other diamond is Vlade Divac. This card is terrible. 67 speed and missing a lot of important badges. No Agent 3, Blinders, Limitless, Fast Twitch, Bailout, Handles for Days, Speed Booster, Unpluckable, Challenger, Clamps, Glove, Interceptor, Pick Dodger, Pogo Stick, Rebound Chaser, just to mention like some of the semi-important badges that he does not have. He cannot get close to that many. He has 67 speed. That card is not worth using, plain and simple. Now, Marcus Smart is certainly the bright spot of the budget cards. A 6'4" PG, 6'8" wingspan. That's actually not terrible size-wise. I mean, it's not incredible, but it's not bad, especially with how good he is defensively. Hoff Anchor, Challenger, Clamps, Glove, Post Lockdown, Hoff Speed Booster, and Blow By as well. Shooting badges need work, but that's really the only area that needs work. If you can actually add some shooting badges to this card as well as add Unpluckable, maybe Brick Wall, you're going to have a really versatile, good defensive point guard who also dunks the ball very well, has great speed, and shoots the ball pretty well as well. Marcus Smart's release this year is very nice. Trade dribble style isn't bad. I think he's got a good behind the back, and John Wall's drag back is very good as well. Normal fade gets the job done. This is definitely the best budget card from today's drop without a shadow of a doubt. Marcus Smart is at least intriguing. Now, gonna be honest, all of the pink diamonds, just like the cards from last week, have all of their animations on normal still, which is very disappointing, and again makes them very questionable. I mean, LaMarcus Aldridge's release isn't terrible on normal, but he certainly doesn't have any sort of movement ability. At the same time, he does, I mean, I guess he's got KD's escape, but he does have an 86 ball handle, so he can kind of burst off of that and stuff if you want. Defensively, he's pretty good. He could use clamps. He could use some playmaking badges, but shooting badges are great. Finishing badges are also very good. Honestly, better than you'd anticipate on a LaMarcus Aldridge card. He's a good-looking card. Add a couple defense and playmaking badges. He's not bad. I just think he's nothing special, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying these pink diamonds are bad. They're all like pretty solid cards. Gordon Hayward, good all-around shooting guard option. He's a great shooting badge, really good finishing ability, capable defender on the perimeter. Needs some badges, sure. He needs speed booster. He needs anchor. He needs brick wall, but if you were to add those badges, he'd be pretty good. The thing is, there's 10 other shooting guards who are going to do exactly what Gordon Hayward does. Like, what is exciting about a Gordon Hayward card? Absolutely nothing. So there you go. But that's the case. It becomes why would you get any of these guys unless they are one of your favorite players? And that's the answer. Like, the only reason you really would get one of these guys is because they're one of your favorite players. None of these cards are game changing or really good improvements or great budget options or anything like that. Like Michael Finley, I know they didn't change his release, which I know was mediocre on his Amethyst. So if it was mediocre back then on the Amethyst, that means it's probably downright bad by now. He's got Blake Griffin's upper. I know that's not a good upper. That Evan Fournier base isn't bad. I like it a lot on Peja, but Peja has an elite upper. Pro dribble style is nice, but shooting badges, playmaking badges, finishing badges, all good, sure. But gold speed booster, defensively, he's mediocre at best. Just don't see anything particularly exciting about that card either. And then Baron Davis is a 6'3" point guard with normal animations as well. Pro dribble style is nice, but the rest of the SIGs are nothing special. A release on normal again. He's a 6'3" point guard. Like, this is a good card, but he's a worse version of that Donovan Mitchell that came out last week, in all honesty. So I just don't see this card as being anything special either. Overall, none of these pink diamonds and below, like I said, are really particularly exciting whatsoever. Now, the Galaxy Opals are more exciting, but they're all gambling only, so they're not exciting in that respect, and that you have to spend money to try to get them. Richard at 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan is a great all-around card with great stats and badges. Defensively, he could use some badge upgrades to Hoff if you can add them to him. If you do wind up getting that Richard, he's got his release on quick, MJ dribble style, Trey's escape for some reason, as well as Trey fade. They really made this card something special at the small forward position. He's 6'10", obviously an elite floor spacer, release on quick. I don't think Rashard Lewis's release is absolutely amazing this year, but I don't remember it being particularly bad. I honestly don't remember. I know I did gameplay with his Amethyst a couple months ago, but I know that was also a while ago, and I don't remember how good that card felt. So I will say this card, if the release is pretty good, is an absolutely amazing option at the small forward position. I will again also say he is, well, number one, I don't know how good the release is. Number two, pack only, not a fan. Second player, Jalen Green, 6'4" point guard, great all-around stats and badges. Defensively, not quite as good as everywhere else, but still very good. Super fast, really good, just great stats. Obviously, the Opals are all awesome. He's got D-Book dribble style. PG Escape, though, is not a great SIG. That's a bad, you don't want to see that, and honestly, him having that isn't a great sign. Jalen Green's release on quick, I mean, I think Jalen Green's release is meh. I don't know. I could see this card being decent, but I don't think he's extraordinary. Pro 2 Fade doesn't look like his SIGs are extraordinary. Yeah, I just don't think he's going to be unbelievable, but he's probably pretty good. Sean Marion also, the thing about Sean Marion is unless his release has changed, and I know it's not, it's on very quick, which is great, and he's got MJ dribble style, Trey escape, like his SIGs are actually very good. Pro 2 Fade as well. This Sean Marion will be a great defender, super athletic, really good all-around card, Hoff speed booster, blow by, limitless, and catch and shoot, because they're just juicing every card to the gills at this point, giving them everything, even if they don't deserve it. Like, this Sean Marion card on paper is awesome, but I also know that his release is one of the hitchiest and weirdest releases in the game, and even on very quick, it's still going to be really itchy and really weird. It's going to be even tougher to time on very quick. So I find it hard to believe that Sean Marion could be all that great of a card as well, just because of that. Then you have Kobe and D-Rob. Kobe and D-Rob obviously are extraordinary cards, but are they worth opening packs for? No. D-Rob is right there with the best of the best cards in the entire game. Has close to every single important Hall of Fame badge. He's not missing much important badge or anything really badge-wise. I mean, you could add break start or slippery off ball, a couple of badges like that if you want, but he's got a 91 3 ball, 95 standing and driving dunk, incredible defender, great rebounder, 93 speed, amazing versatile big man who can play center and power forward at an incredible level. Just does everything you need out of a big at a super high level. One of the best cards in the game without a doubt, but again, pack only, gambling only, not a fan. Kobe Bryant, same thing. I mean, obviously, I'll say this. Pink Diamond Kobe is still one of the very best cards in the game. I don't see a need for this Galaxy Opal Kobe when the only animation difference between him and the Pink Diamond is that his release is now on very quick. Well, the release is already extraordinary on quick, so sure, I bet he's great on very quick, but like, his stats and badges are awesome, but the Pink Diamond could get every single stat and badge, so he probably has a lot of extra badges on you already, and he had amazing stats already. So, like, I don't think there's going to be that big of a gap between the Pink Diamond and the Opal, which is a good thing, because as great as this Galaxy Opal is, I don't think he's going to be a game-breaking card or anything like that, and that is good. As a whole, today's drop is lame, and again, I'm not a fan whatsoever of the pack-only concept. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what to say, to be completely honest. I'm so disappointed by 2K for bringing this concept back. These cards are okay, I guess, some of them, but in general, it's just a really disappointing drop. The last card to look at is Shaq. I'll look at Shaq just because he is over here as well. I don't think Shaq, obviously Shaq is extraordinary, 100 overall, but like I'm pretending this card doesn't exist pretty much. 45 Hall of Fame badges, pretty close to invincible stats. Shooting badges and playmaking badges could use a little bit of work, I guess, but overall he's extraordinary. His release is his own though on very quick. Kyrie dribble style is obviously great. Pro 2 fade is really good. He's got some crazy glitchy stuff on him for sure, but I will say even on very quick, I don't think Shaq's release itself, especially his upper, is very good at all. So I do actually think there's a world in which this Shaq card isn't even, I think he's a slightly worse version of Kareem, honestly. They're pretty close to the same card, and I think he's slightly worse than Kareem. But again, I'm going to pretend the card doesn't exist. Will he be extraordinarily OP if you match up against him? Yes. Will you match up against him? Almost never. Overall, that is going to do it for this video. I'm very disappointed by this Wild West drop, and I'm honestly hoping that these reward players wind up being a lot better, because this Wild West drop is a huge disappointment in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Regardless, that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.